Hey guys, welcome back to Lumen Detailing, the YouTube channel. We just picked up this 2025 Toyota Sequoia TRD Pro. She's pretty massive, and we are going to be doing a paint correction and a ceramic coating on the glass and the body and the paint of the car. So first we're gonna do a decontamination. Today we're going to use D-scale, and then we're going to do a iron decon using Iron X and just spray that around the car, and from there we'll do the paint correction. So here we go. Unfortunately, in this video I didn't get to show the after results of the paint correction and the ceramic coating being applied, because when I finished it was pretty late at night and I just wanted to go to sleep. And the next day it rained, so I couldn't bring the car out. Typically I wait 24 hours before exposing the ceramic coating to outside conditions, whether it's just getting wet or extreme heat. Those can play a role in how the coating cures and bonds with your paint. So yeah, 24 hours is essentially what I do, because I've heard people saying that it's good right away. I've heard people saying you gotta wait 2 to 3 days. So what's in between that? You know, like where it's not too short, it's not too long. I think 24 hours was a good middle ground. I've had good results using this method, and it's never failed me. All the customers I've helped out were happy with how the coating is holding up. But also, another unfortunately, Inspector Chuck and the neighbors made me pretty much close out my business as far as detailing goes. And I guess the silver lining to it was getting cold anyway. I hate detailing when it's like 25 degrees outside. It's freaking frigid. It is not fun. My fingers are literally falling off because they've turned to ice, and I'm dumping it inside this cold bucket of water. It's just crazy. So I guess that's a silver lining, that I don't have to detail anyone else's cars in the winter, which is kind of unfortunate because a lot of people counted on me to clean their cars when it was too cold for them to do it. And obviously I love helping out in any way I can, so I've done it for people in the cold and in the heat, just because I thought it was the right thing to do. But yeah, even though I got paid for it, that's just a secondary, maybe third benefit of doing it. I think the first benefit would be obviously I'm being able to help out a friend or a new friend, and so the second thing why I thought it was super cool was if they wanted to hang out and talk, man, I am that old person that will not leave you alone because I have so much to talk about. And I do miss that part because everyone has their own story, and I just like listening to people's stories when it comes to just how they approach life in general, or what their next new idea is, how their life is going. It's just super cool meeting friends like that, and we just share that same passion of detailing and cars, which there's not a lot of us that like detailing and cars. Some people like cars and not detailing, or I don't know if vice versa works, because I wouldn't know how that would make sense. So what D-scale allows us to do is break down whatever coating or sealant that the dealership may have put. I don't think they put any on this because we picked it up as soon as it got off the truck, but just to be on the safe side, we're going to be using D-scale, letting it sit and break down everything that's on the car. And from there we're going to do a hand wash with CarPro Lift. And yeah, here we go. In this part of the video it was super windy, and it made the audio just sound so terrible. So here I am narrating it. Anyway, inside this bottle is iron remover. In this case I'm using CarPro Iron X. Honestly, you can use any brand, and I am kind of curious to see what other people use to do the iron decontamination stage. So comment down below, let me know what you use. I really am curious because I like trying out different products. That's how I found out about Polish Angel, because I tried it out, someone recommended it, and it was awesome. Yeah, so actually there's not a lot of iron contamination on the car, as you can see. So once I spray all this off, should be ready to get paint corrected. And yeah, there's really not much. So this came pretty clean from factory. I'm just gonna spray this stuff off, and yeah, this was surprisingly clean, honestly. So here we go, let's wash it. So yeah, as you can see, there's nothing protecting the car now. The water kind of just sticks there. Here, I'm gonna spray it right here. And that's essentially how you want it when you are doing a paint correction. That way you're not clogging up the pads. That's essentially also how you can tell if the dealership actually did that coating that they say they do, especially when they charge like $1,000 for it. 9 times out of 10, it'll come off in the first wash, maybe the second. So yeah, there you go. Now let's get to the paint correction stage. Actually, I don't know if this is gonna fit in the garage. Guess we'll find out. Well, surprisingly, it fit inside without a problem. It was a little scary, but it's in there. Right, looking at the paint, it's in pretty good condition actually. The swirl marks are very minimal. It's hard to see on camera because the car is white. Typically on darker colored cars, you'll be able to see it much more. But yeah, right here you can kind of see it in this general area. Should be pretty easy. So what I'll be using is Polish Angel Master Compound, and then we're going to be using my new Flex polisher. I just got it from carpro-us.com. They had a Black Friday sale, so I went ahead and picked one up. Alright, we just did the hood. Oh my gosh, it sucks being short when this car is massive. But I don't know if you can see it. The hood is essentially perfect, just from a few passes of Master Compound with a yellow pad. Paint is pretty soft, which is kind of what the Sienna had, so it's pretty easy to paint correct in a sense. And there's a lot of creases, so what I did was I used the 5-inch polisher for the big areas, and then this 3-inch Mirka for the edges, like this, and like this, and over here. And now you can see it's looking pretty good. Now for the rest of the car. Alright, so now the car is done with the paint correction. Now I've sprayed CarPro Eraser throughout the entire car and wiped it. And what this does is it helps to remove the oils and the polishes that are still on the car after polishing. And obviously you want to remove that so that the coating can apply properly. And I've applied it to this door here. It's kind of hard to tell, but you just gotta wait for it. Maybe 2 or 3 minutes, you'll start to see it rainbow. Probably can see it here. And another thing I did was I applied G-Force on the windows, which is the newest glass coating for CarPro, or from CarPro. And yeah, way easier to use than Flyby Forte. Highly recommend this one. What an improvement. I mean, just the application process was way easier. The curing process was much easier. I've applied it on the windshield and the side windows. I'm gonna do 2 coats on the windshield, and yeah, we'll go from there. Usually you gotta wait an hour or 2 before applying the second coat. Same with the coating on the car. So I'll get the first coat done, and then yeah, maybe eat some dinner and then finish up before I go to bed.